You have sliced your hand open on broken glass and barely flinched, but a single sheet of paper makes you scream. A paper cut is one of the smallest injuries you can possibly get. The wound is usually less than 2 millimeters deep. It rarely bleeds. A doctor would not even look at it. And yet, paper cuts feel like a tiny personal emergency. They are sharper than kitchen knife cuts, more distracting than stubbed toes, and way more painful than they have any right to be. It turns out, this is not in your head. Your fingertips are packed with more nerve endings than almost anywhere else on your body, and a paper cut hits them in the worst possible way. Here is exactly how it works. Human fingertips are neurological hotspots. A single square centimeter of fingertip skin contains about 2,500 nerve receptors, compared to roughly 30 per square centimeter on your back. That is more than 80 times the density. These receptors include fast-firing pain fibers called nociceptors, which are tuned specifically to detect sharp mechanical damage. They exist so you can feel a grain of sand, read braille, or notice a loose stitch in fabric. It is the most sensitive skin on your body. When you cut a fingertip, you are not just injuring tissue. You are firing the densest concentration of pain sensors you own. The signal that reaches your brain is loud, fast, and impossible to ignore. The shape of a paper cut makes it worse. Paper looks smooth, but at a microscopic level the edge is jagged, rough, and full of tiny fibers. It does not slice cleanly like a scalpel. It tears. It shreds the skin in a ragged line, which exposes far more nerve endings than a clean cut would. On top of that, paper is coated with fine dust, chemicals from the bleaching process, and sometimes ink, all of which settle into the wound. So the nerves are not only damaged, they are chemically irritated at the same time. It is the difference between getting cut by a sword and getting cut by a bread knife dipped in lemon juice. Same depth, completely different experience. A normal cut bleeds, and that bleeding is actually helpful. Blood flushes out contaminants, triggers clotting, and covers the wound with a protective scab within minutes. Paper cuts do not bleed. They are too shallow to break the larger blood vessels underneath. So the damaged nerves are left completely exposed to the open air. Every time you move your finger, bend it, type, grip a cup, the wound edges pull apart and re-trigger every one of those nociceptors. The pain refreshes constantly because the wound never gets a chance to close. This is also why paper cuts hurt for days. Without a scab to physically block the nerve endings, the pain signal keeps firing every time the skin flexes. So why would evolution design fingertips to feel this much pain? The answer is that fingertips are the most important exploration tools you have. Humans lost their claws millions of years ago and replaced them with something far more powerful, a hypersensitive tactile organ at the end of every finger. To use that tool safely, your brain needs instant, detailed feedback about what you are touching. A dull signal would not be enough. You need to know, within milliseconds, whether a surface is sharp, hot, rough, or damaged. The pain from a paper cut is not a malfunction. It is your body doing exactly what it was built to do, using the most sensitive neurons in your entire nervous system to scream at you about a wound that, in evolutionary terms, could cost you your ability to use your hands. For an ancient human, a paper cut was not minor. A damaged fingertip meant a damaged hunter, gatherer, or toolmaker. If this changed how you think about the smallest injuries, subscribe to Curious Science. Next up, we explore why humans are afraid of the dark.